My name is Daniskov. I would like to give you the 16 sessions on dairy technology from Daniskov. It would be a little bit of the perspective on the dairy industry in Canada, mine in particular. I came to Canada in 1971 after spending 2 years in Lebanon working for the United Nations in FAO, running a mobile cheese making unit. These were interesting times, but the contract was only for 2 years, so I had to move on and found some interesting people that I talked to that had been to Canada, and they said, well, try it out and you can always go back if you don't like it. So I set off with my family in 1971, and at that time the system through immigration was on a point system that I believe is still the one that they use today. And the point system is based on your qualifications and the demand for your type of work that you are looking for. The interesting thing was that although I had 2 offers from one government and one private a co-op in Western Canada, the consultant with the immigration department said that it is mainly in Ontario and Quebec that the dairy industry are, and he would recommend to go there. But in any case, we went to Western Canada because we had a relative there that could help us out in case things didn't work out quite the way that, and of course they were drawing on us getting there as well. The approach was to work in the private industry, but a co-op offered me a job that was paid well, so I started there in 71. Now the company got into some financial trouble because of competition from a bigger company, and lost out, and I had to find other employment. Went on to Calgary, where I worked for a dairy processor there, but that wasn't really what I wanted, so I went on to work in some other industry which is related more to what Western Canada offers, more in the oil and gas, which is especially for Alberta. So I went to work for a fertilizer company and got involved in shift work, but that wasn't my cup of tea. So there I had to look for something else, and I had been told that in government they were looking for dairy inspectors, and so I went for the interview and got the offer right away. The job lasted for 13, 14 years, and then there was cut back there too, and I thought, well, now that I have to sort of look after what I really wanted to do, and I didn't mind to start up a company, so I started Daniskov and called it on later Daniskov Canada, and worked in that for 20 years, selling ingredients to the dairy industry. It was a very rewarding experience. Not only was I able to look after people that were looking for some expertise, but also to serve with them with ingredients that they needed to make either cheese, yogurt, or other cultured products that I had some knowledge of from my time in Denmark and the Middle East. The prospect in that expanded, and I found some interesting people to work with, and some of them were actually people that I had already worked with in the theory division of Alberta agriculture. So it was easy to get a reference to others, and I got to know people very well, and as you know, the people that are in the industry, if you have a referral, you don't really have to sell yourself heavily at all. But time moved on, and one of my clients actually got interested in the company and said that if I was interested in selling, that person would be very much interested. And we came to an agreement, and in 2012 I sold the company and sort of retired. But retirement is okay, but you need things to do, so I have now got involved in this thing here with Daniskov, and like to consider that I can be of some service to young people that likes to get involved in dairy one way or the other, either in Canada or outside Canada. So should you be interested, give me a call and we can work together on project you have in mind. So that's the end of this session. We look forward to the next one, I hope. Bye for now.